So we start recording right now, okay? All right, so welcome. This is another recording for those who are going to watch this after the workshop has been conducted. And this will be our second and last recording for this virtual workshop, Let's Love, organized by Instituto Needs. I am Veronica Arena, and the other teacher is Florencia Barberan. Florencia, how are you today?
Hi, Vero. How are you?
How are
Hello,
you?
everyone watching us. Maybe tomorrow.
Hope so. We're kind of stars already, Floor.
Yes, we are. We are. YouTube should hired us.
Those YouTube fans will say, okay, I want to meet these girls. Yes, they should have their own TV show.
Yeah, we should have a meet and greet hosted by Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, my
And they
dear.
can all come and yes, they can all come and meet us and we'll have fun.
Yeah, that would be great. Great, just great.
That
Okay, so since nobody's here, I mean, there's no
uh-huh.
need for anyone to be waiting for us. And well, as you know, we can always interact with people when they are present, right? They can raise
Hmm.
their hands and they can write in the chat box and. They can talk if they want. They can share their cameras also, and they can be with us, right? But this is optional, of course, right? So we'll get started with the workshop right away, right? This has been a very interesting week, Flor. Week 2, right?
Yes.
During this workshop, we've been dealing with what humor is, why people laugh, and during the second week, we went for much more than that, since we wanted to try to find a reason or try to find a way to use humor to kind of overcome conflict. This is not easy because we've entered a very difficult area. Conflicts are not easy to overcome. Not and there's no single recipe for this. But many people, many well-known people say that conflict can help do this, right? During this workshop, we've been using forums. We've been using choice, videos,
Pictures.
files, pictures as well, files with information, and also these virtual lessons. The idea is to introduce students to brand new technology. Last year, during our last workshop, I remember it was selling your ideas. Remember, Flor? That was great.
Yes.
During that
Yeah.
workshop, we've also discussed this issue that this was maybe too new technology, right? And
Mhm.
that we understand people. Don't worry, we understand that you need time, right? Some many people were today. There was somebody asking me whether the virtual lesson was on the campus. Last time, also
Mhm.
during virtual lesson one, some people entered the campus hoping to see us, Flor, moving there and doing some. We will not be there. Sorry, sorry.
Mhm.
We are in one of the links, right? So I understand this is a bit too much. Why? Why is this workshop a little bit too much? Because first, we are dealing with brand new technology. Right, as regards virtual lessons, as regards the
Mhm.
use of a virtual campus for your material and for integrating the different opinions that people may have. And so this is brand new technology. That's the first point. And the second point is that this has a time frame. It lasts 2 weeks, right? The third point is that this is in English. I'm sorry, right? As you know, we are
I
English
don't speak
teachers.
Chinese.
Yeah, right. We could have done this in Spanish, but it wouldn't be so funny. So we decided to do it
No,
in English.
it's true.
We are bad,
Yeah.
bad people, right? Okay. No,
We're
people seriously.
bad
We're
teachers. Bad teachers.
we are English teachers, so this is what we do. And
Yeah.
fourth, another more reason why this is too difficult is that this is about laughing, right? And we have to discuss something that seems so easy when you get started, right? To say this is easy. Why do you laugh? That was the issue we discussed last time, and it didn't
Mhm.
seem to be so easy to answer, right? To ask it
No.
when you ask the question, this is fine, but then you find that the answer is not so simple. So I'm sorry,
Yeah.
this is not an easy workshop, right? But
No,
a
it's not.
funny
It's not.
one. But a funny one, right? We can
Yeah,
still
that's
have
for sure.
fun. The important thing, I believe, when learning is that you have fun, right? Some people think that in order to learn, you have to suffer. I don't think that, right? I don't agree
No,
in
it's
any
completely
possible way.
nonsense.
Exactly. So,
Mhm.
uh, anyway, even though this week was a little bit more complex than the previous one, we
Mhm.
still had some participation in forums. I know it was just a little one, right? And I know that some people were having technical issues with the internet and
It's
all
true.
that. Right, you know that,
Yes.
Flor. So,
Yes, I do.
okay, right? So don't worry about that. You will have one extra week. I'm going to be
Mhm.
good. Um, First, I'd like to say that it's not um, something we do just because. I mean, we need to give this workshop an end, right? Some people say, okay, why don't you leave it open until the end of the year or next year or over the years? First, we will show respect to those who have participated in due time, right? Because it would be quite unfair not to do so when we've set a date quite in advance before the workshop started. Second, I believe that whenever we communicate with people, we need to establish when, how, um, what you want to say, when, where, how, everything, right? So
Why?
exactly, and why too, right? Mainly,
Mhm.
and so I believe that is not fair for those who have written to have to come back and try to find if somebody else has answered, right? Every now and then. So once it's closed, it's closed, and it won't be opened again ever. Wow, that's
Mhm.
sad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Well,
it's
we might not.
hard to imagine.
As you know, we manage the campus from here, from the institute, so we never know what will happen in the future, right? Um,
Maybe.
yes, Flora, your turn. Yes, tell me.
No, no, no. I was gonna say that it's sad when a workshop ends because I don't know. We always have so much fun organizing and doing research and torturing the students to get in and participate and read. But well, um, things must come to an end so we can start something new.
Exactly, exactly, right?
Yep.
What have you seen in forums this week, Flora?
Well, I read two students that were very brave, very brave.
Shall
Um,
we mention them?
I think that they deserve it. Yes.
Yeah, why not? Who
Yeah,
are they?
I think they deserve it. One of them is Nicolas, if I'm not mistaken,
Okay,
and the other one is Juan.
Nicolas
Uh, mhm.
and Juan.
Juan.
So who
Juan,
will?
I'm 100% sure he's from Enarza. Nicolas, I think he's also from Enarza. Juan Mastrangelo,
Okay.
and I think it's Nicolas Os.
Okay, people, this is
Um,
what we believe. You deserve your congratulations, right? I know
Yay!
that, I know. That's a big clap, right, for you.
Mhm.
I know it was not an easy week, right? So, yeah, you have my claps.
No.
Okay. It was not an easy week to post in forums since the issue at hand was not an easy one. When you have to think about real or hypothetical situations in which you would or do use humor to overcome conflict. I mean, just to think about the idea is a difficult task. Now, if you
Mhm.
have to think of real or hypothetical examples, that makes the
Mhm.
task a bit harder. But you two
Yep.
people have done it on time. However, please, everybody else, you are still on time, right? The workshop has not ended, right? So we
Yes,
really hope you
and
can come and do it, right?
mhm. And
Uh,
as I said in the previous class, use your teachers. Ask them for help. Ask them to guide you in this process too. This is also a way for us teachers to learn.
And I was
Um,
going to say also that
interacting in
teachers may use students to help them enter as well, right? Why not?
yeah, of
Right?
course.
Everybody, we are all learning, right? We are all adults. That's the good thing about this. Well, I don't know whether it's good or not because I believe that children are born with a mouse in their hands, right? Deep down in their hands. So,
True.
so but anyway, I think that we are all learning, teachers, students, right? And there's always um, one more possibility to learn something new, right? Okay, during this second week, we've had you had your instrucciones, right?
Mhm.
Um, I hope that instructions have been useful during this workshop. They were written in Spanish to help those lower level students, right, who might find it
Mhm.
difficult to go about the different tasks in the workshop. Then we have two videos. One I call it Ghostbusters, though I know that is not the real name, but for me this will be Ghostbusters forever, right?
Over, over and
Um,
over. Yes,
yeah,
forever.
I hope you have laughed as much as I did when you saw it. It was great. Great. It was wonderful. You don't imagine, you don't expect. That is what you don't expect makes you laugh, right?
Yes.
It was it's a situation that I mean, library place where there is silence, the first association you make, and all of a sudden, I mean, and ghosts. Why
Silence and
not?
very serious and academic, and it's like a tempo of knowledge.
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden, a crazy guy with a sheet in his on his head appears, and they start, looking at the dictionary and typing in the computer, and okay, what just happened?
It's crazy.
I
It's
thought it was
crazy.
perfect.
Perfect at the same time. And then we have our
It's
second
insane.
song for this workshop, like a surgeon, right? It is kind of parody, like for Madonna, like a
Third.
virgin, right? Now I think I will never ever
Hmm.
hear again Madonna's song like a virgin and be able to avoid remembering like a surgeon, right? Like a surgeon. I mean, it's crazy again. There are really
Yes. Yes.
people
No, no, no. It's
there.
perfect. It's and
Sorry. Go on, please.
I know you were saying something, and
It's okay.
and
It's okay. It's okay.
oh no, I that when we saw the video, like a surgeon, the students, um it was not only the lyrics but also the situations that were like crazy, the guy pulling a rabbit out of somebody's abdomen, but also the parody of, there's a video of Madonna in which a lion appears
Yeah.
out of nothing, and the guy put the lion inside the OR, and the way he moved, priceless,
It's too
totally
much.
priceless.
Well, that's wonderful to see. I mean, I imagine that to see the students' reaction, right? I always try to imagine that.
Mhm.
Good, Flora. Thank you for sharing this with me, right? Okay. Well, then we had this forum, conflicts and humor. Those two students, as you've said,
Mhm.
those brave students have participated, and 100 more will participate in during this week.
Of course, of course, yes.
Then you will find one more part of the workshop where it says your opinion. I think maybe you can see this in here. This is too low
Mhm.
here, right? Maybe you cannot see it somewhere here, right? Your opinion. There is a question mark,
Okay.
and then it says your opinion, and you are
Yeah,
asked there
a green
to
question mark.
give your opinion, right? This part is really
Mhm.
important for us because this is your feedback, right? When what you tell us, and this is
Mhm.
important for us now and for the future because later on in the future we might wish to organize some new workshops, right? And we might need your opinion, and your
Mhm.
opinion is really useful for us. And last, the certificate. We've mentioned this last time. The certificate is something that some students deserve because some students have participated. Oh, Norbert, you're here. Hello. Some students have participated, others have not, and so the certificate will not be for everyone. And last, you will find there some bibliography, which is of course optional, and it's not compulsory in any possible way, and it's not complete in any possible way. This is just part of some research we've done on this topic. I'm sure that you can all find better information from other sources, and you might also wish to share that information with us. We will be pleased to read that information, if in English better. Okay, so that's excellent. That's everything we've done so far. I guess that some of those papers you found, mainly they are academic papers, right? Some of those papers used to deal with the same issue, this issue of diffusing conflict.
Yes, exactly. In this case, I'd like to use the example that Nicolas posted on the forum, because he didn't only use humor to diffuse the conflict, but he avoided the conflict from scratch just by using humor. And I think that that was very interesting of what he did. I don't know if you remember, Vero, what the example he gave. He was in a very relaxed dinner with someone, and he ordered a steak. And when the steak came, it was raw. So instead of making a huge, big deal and conflict about it and ruin his night, he called the waiter and said, "This is awesome, but it will be great if you could kill the cow before serving it." And I think that he was very smart about it, because he used basic humor. He didn't mess with complicated topics. That is something that it's very important when you're talking about conflict. And Vero, could you highlight the word judiciously? Because I think that that's the key part. Because we can all joke about many things, but if you don't know your audience, if you don't know
I
what that
cannot
person
highlight
is doing.
because this is part of a PDF. But look what I have done! Isn't this wonderful?
Yay!
I've done it.
Congratulations!
Okay.
You see, this
I
is
can do
something
it.
that
Why
we
not?
have learned today. Awesome.
Don't give me a challenge, Flor, because I will accept
Because you're
it.
going to do it.
Now I will have to start checking all these tools, right?
Okay.
You can go on meanwhile.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's okay.
No, I will. I know that you need to do things while you're. I can keep on talking, and you can start in words.
I move so much, sorry.
Don't worry, I know.
Let's clean the part that shouldn't be there. Oh, I made a mess. It shouldn't be there. Oh my dear, no. Let's forget about the rubber, right? Eraser. We are always making such a mess, my dear. And it seems to be me, isn't it? Is it? Yes, it's me. It's me, I know.
Well, you can't see this end of the computer. So yes, let's say that it's you.
No, it's much better, isn't it?
It's beautiful. It's
Okay.
beautiful.
It's been
Yeah.
clearly highlighted, and nothing has been lost. So that was a purpose.
No.
Okay.
No. This is
The
perfect.
good
Okay.
thing,
So,
Flor, the good thing about this is that we always
Mhm.
start very professionally, right? So whenever people start
Mhm.
watching this, if they don't take it
Yes.
seriously, they will never ever reach this part,
Mhm.
the funny part of it. And we will not tell them exactly where they should go in number one, in virtual lesson number one, because there is a part that is really funny, but we are not going to tell them where.
No.
They should find it by themselves. Okay, Let's move on.
No,
Let's
no.
move on.
If they want to get to it, they'll have to watch it entirely.
And they will find something interesting.
So,
Okay, go on, please. Sorry.
yes. Yes, I will. Oh, so humor is an amazing tool. But again, you should be careful about it.
Okay. Wait a second. I'm
Mhm.
answering here. Can you read that? It says I decided to quit, but then I changed my mind.
Ah, very good, Norberto.
Okay, so you're part of the new video, right? Always remember that we are recording these classes, right? Of course, it was a
Mhm.
joke. Yes, the important thing in life is to learn, to laugh, to enjoy what you
Mhm.
do, right? And just to love what you do and to live your life with love and laugh, right? I didn't say love and lust,
Exactly.
Flor. I
I have
didn't.
a mug at home that was a birthday present that says, love what you do, do what you love. And I think it's great.
That's exactly what I say. All right, at least you didn't hear what I said before. I said love and laugh, not love and
True.
lust.
Yes.
Like people say love and lust. No, that is not. I didn't say that. Okay,
No, 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 no.
that
No.
was not the intention. Okay, so let's move on, people. Okay. All right.
Moving on.
Here. Okay, managing conflict using humor. Right.
Mhm.
Some people can mention, write lists about the different possibilities for obliging people, right? That is making them feel that they are in the same situation, right? Or getting help from third parties to make people feel better when they are having some conflicts, right? But one possibility that all people accept is this possibility of using humor. But there are some issues we should take into account. First of all is that this is an ideal situation when we're talking about peers, right? That
Mhm.
is, we are on the same status, some way, right? I don't know if you're talking about boss employee. I don't know if the boss is really upset and the employee comes with a very funny joke. I don't know whether the boss is going to laugh a lot, right? So we'll still need to find, the situation that should be fine. So first ideal situation is that people are peers. The second thing to avoid is that the issue at hand is not a terribly serious conflict, right? Because if there's nothing to laugh at, you should not laugh at that. Okay. And then let's make it relevant. When some, for example, when people make random jokes, right? Just a joke about anything that is not related in any possible way to what we're talking. You look at this person and say, "Hey, are you taking me seriously? Why are you making a joke, right? Do you really need
Mhm.
to crack a joke when I am talking? I'm talking seriously. What I said, I mean it." And right, and you may feel a little bit frustrated or may feel that these people are trying to distract you from the issue at hand, right? Or that they want to gain power, and you may feel really upset, right? So the situation in this case may get worse than at the beginning. So be careful,
Mhm.
right? The idea is that you usually make jokes with your peers, right? um, okay, and then if you find someone, for example in your workplace, who is always making jokes even when the situations are not funny or when the conflict is too big, the best thing to do is not to tell the person, well, stop doing that. That will create a bigger conflict. So you will also need to
Mhm.
know how to manage this person, and this is just by ignoring the person, right? Just let the
Mhm.
person do what he does, and then after ignoring this person for a while, this person will start feeling that what he has done or what he's doing is not good, and he will just stop doing it, right? And that's good. That would be good for you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so how can
Okay.
the use of humor diffuse conflict? How's that?
Well, basically, the idea about humor diffusing conflict is taking the drama out of situations and diffusing the stress that situation may cause. I believe we talked about it the previous lesson, and the biological reaction of humor is exactly the opposite of conflict. Therefore, when one stresses you up, the other one relaxes you. And when we're relaxed, we work better. So we should be wise and use humor as a tool to create a cool bonding and a feeling of belonging, because happy people work harder, basically.
That's good. That's wonderful. Okay.
Mhm.
And once again, another article is called How Humor is Used to Overcome Conflict. Here again, essentially, this is the main, the idea you have just mentioned. They talk about the biological effects of laughter, right? If I may read a part of it, right, says, it curtails the production of different stress response hormones and boosts endorphins. Laughter also helps to facilitate the release of muscle tension. So the idea is, what happens? The hormones will get better. Let's say, right, when you laugh, and you will kind of depressed when you feel sad, right, or when you feel that something is wrong with a problem, right? So when you feel happy because of this laughter, all the other feelings will disappear, right? And it also, this we have also mentioned this last time because I remember moving my muscles. It releases this tension that we tend to have in this part of our neck, right? So it's good for that. This is a biological aspect of laughter, right? So conflict produces this kind of biological stress, right? As a response, our body responds in this way. And laughter is the best way to make it disappear, right? Then we can also mention the effects of humor, right? Usually when you make people laugh, I don't know whether it's a joke or what, but when you make people laugh, you disarm people's defenses, right? So if they were like this, waiting for your answer, something like that, and all of a sudden you make a joke, and they start feeling like, okay, no more defense with this person. This person is not going to hurt me, right? This idea, and you start establishing, as you've said before, a bond with this other person. And the risk, of course, can be, as I've mentioned before, that failed humor can be more negative than no humor at all, right? So we should be careful with this, right? Okay, and the last paper we have there.
Okay, a little humor in the workplace will do you good. When I told friends about this, they looked at me and they were like kind of puzzled, like, what? What do you mean humor is good for me at work? And it's true. It's like we were talking before. Humor is not a word that people will normally connect to working and learning. And it should be exactly the other way around. A person that comes with a lot of humor to the workplace gives the idea of intelligence and creativity, which are two very valued qualities in the workplace. I really don't remember the numbers because I'm very bad with numbers, but the article mentioned a survey done to very high managers in different companies, and almost all of them marked humor as something very valuable in the workplace. I mean, a person that has humor is intelligent enough to see things in a different point of view, and that might help solving problems, for example, and that may also lead to creative solutions, creative proposals. So this is something that we should really take into account. Um, Maybe, well, one of the tips that we saw last week was um, watching shows and watching comedians. And nowadays, there are many TV shows that talk about humor at the workplace. For example, the one that I mentioned in the article are The Office and The IT Crowd, which personally I think they're brilliant. Um, so I think that we should have to revalue our position at work when it comes to humor.
There's
And I hope this workshop will help everyone do that.
there's also another one, anger management. Have you ever seen that one? A
The
sitcom?
one with Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, seen that one?
It's really good.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's a crazy man, right? He would be a perfect teacher, right? Because he tells others what to do, right? Well, he does not do that himself, right?
Yep. No. No,
Oh,
he does
let's
exactly.
not make teachers jokes. It's not fair. It's not fair.
No, no,
There's
no,
so
no,
many
no,
teachers jokes, right? But you know that everyone in his or her sphere or in profession will have lots of jokes around that area, around that profession, right? And it's always very funny. Even for
True.
religions, some religions will have special jokes that are only to be said
Yes.
by those of the same religion.
By
Otherwise,
those
it will be quite
people.
offensive, right? But someone from the same religion says the
Sure.
joke, it's fine and it's really funny. Someone from another religion comes and
Yes.
says the same joke, that will be really
And it's
offending, right?
atrocious. Yeah.
Exactly.
One of the last books I bought, well, I mentioned this when I introduced myself in the campus. I'm about to graduate from psychology school.
Yeah.
And one of those books, yay. One of the last books I bought is called Tuterapia. Do you know Tute, the comic writer from La Nación?
No.
He's also a psychoanalyst. And
Uh-huh.
it's a huge book like this. It's all jokes, graphic jokes about psychoanalysts.
Oh my dear.
Priceless. It's perfect. Yes. It's
That's for the
amazing.
profession. For the profession and for the
Exactly.
professionals.
That's a
But
professional
a
part.
patient should not come and tell you
Yes.
one of those jokes. So students, please don't learn.
No.
Students here, please pay attention to this. Don't learn any teacher's jokes and go to your teacher and tell her a joke, right? Teachers,
No,
teachers'
please
jokes are
don't.
always saying
Because
that teachers are
we are going to have a problem.
okay, that's good. That's good. I said I've heard this in the workshop, right? No, 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 no. Okay, people,
Yeah.
this virtual lesson has been shorter than the previous one, because mainly we were expecting to have more participation. We know that this is not easy. Last year, I was going to say this before, but I started saying other things. Last year, I said that we were 5 years ahead of our time with all this new technology. This year,
Mhm.
I'm happy to say that we are 4 years ahead of our time, right? So,
This
but
is
no,
like,
yes, you could have expected me to say we are okay, only 1 year ahead of. No, we
No,
are
we're
still
four.
4 years ahead of our time. So
This is like
meanwhile,
Back to the Future. I feel like Marty McFly.
you know what's
Awesome.
and next year, Norberto, do you really want to know the answer? It will be 3. So we will have a lot of time, right? Something like more like 4 years more to go on learning, moving on. Yes. So we will learn a lot of new things, and I'm pretty sure that in 4 years' time, everyone will be near us, right? And will and all students will be able to know exactly what to do with this type of technology, and they will enjoy it, which is once again, the most important thing is to enjoy it, right? Well, for those who have not seen virtual lesson number 1, here's the joke. It says the awkward moment for you go for a handshake and they go for a hug, right? So people cannot find whether to shake hands or to hug, right?
Or to hug.
And the next joke we made last time was for the students to say, okay, if you want to stay, just count the dots. Don't, Norberto, don't. Okay, it's not necessary. Okay, she says she's not good with numbers. Poor Flor, poor Flor.
I can't count. I'm not good with numbers, and my eyes are not my best features, so counting the dots, it's gonna be complicated.
My dear, my dear. Okay, again, here's a See on Campus. Remember, please, the workshop has not finished yet. You still have the possibility to participate in the forums that you have not yet participated, and the forums will be opened for 1 more week. For everyone to go on participating. I think I have it. Yes, it will be until July the 12th, right? July the 12th will be the date when forums will close automatically, and you will have no more possibility to write. Okay, so go, hurry up and do it now that you have the chance, right? And well, here last time we said that if you were the first to participate, you would win prizes. This time we say be the last to participate in forums and win special prizes. The thing is that if you're the last, you will never know if someone will come after you. But don't wait until the last minute, because otherwise you won't participate, right? Okay, or again, you can have a loving care and unconditional support, right? And
Always.
this was great having people participating. As I've said before, I know that people don't come here to the virtual lesson, but I know that you watch the virtual lesson. So even though we are not on the same time, that is synchronous activity, even though you will be watching us once we are doing something else, I don't know what, right? We are still giving you all real love, right, and support, because we want to help you, and we will be here if you have any questions or if you need any kind of help, right? So even though this is recorded, you can just send an email and ask for clarifications, okay? And the last question, Flor, can you read this question? You were saying something.
What about another workshop? I'm in. I'm definitely in if you want me. I'm in. Any ideas? Anyone?
Okay, right? Because ideas, there may be a lot of ideas, but maybe you would like to suggest an idea. Why don't you send us an email, right? And let us know what topics you might consider to be creative on the one hand, useful, right? Remember that we're not just talking about companies, we're not just talking about business, we're not just talking about teaching, learning, we're talking about life, right? So if you analyze these workshop sentence, we're talking about life. And life and love and feelings are things that can be used everywhere, right? Even in your job. Why not? Okay, and last, though not least, let me come here. Give me 1 second. Norberto and Flor, get ready.
Yes.
Because you will need to vote.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yes. Yay!
Okay. All right. That's wonderful.
Awesome.
That's wonderful. Okay. Norberto, could you see it? Yes. That was my first experience with polls, right? This is called a poll, right? You ask people about things. Okay, well, this has been really funny again. Once again, thank you very much. Flor, I have no more than big thank yous. Big thank yous, Norberto. Great, your participation. Yes, you're part of this team.
Like always.
Thank you, everyone who's going to watch this later on, right? Haven't you seen the result, Norberto, from the poll? No? Let's see what happened. And poll view results. Share results I put. Haven't you seen it? No.
I saw it.
Option 1. End poll. No. Have you seen it? No. Oh, sorry, it was perfect. It was 100%. I will still need to practice a little bit more. Thank you.
You learned a
Thank you
lot
for
this time.
participating anyway. Or would it be all right? Our loving care and unconditional support.
Always.
Okay, a big thank you
Always.
once again. A big hug to all of you. Even beginners, right, who always find these workshops really demanding. Sorry, but I know that you're doing a great effort, even those who just say their names. That's too much, really. So big clap for all of you, and okay, see you soon.
And I can
Yes,
say from experience
of
that
course.
beginners also write things down, but they're extremely scared of posting things.
Of publishing. So they write down on
Yes.
a paper, that's what you mean.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yes.
my dear. My dear. Okay.
They're so sweet.
That's good. That's good. It helps anyway. I know there are many people who don't want to publish, who are afraid of many things, right? Don't worry. I know that you're doing your best, right? You still have 4 more years to get ready. Okay, so there's no hurry.
This is like having you'll get a master's. 4 years
Exactly.
is like
One day people will do
yes.
it. Okay, big hug to all of you, big kiss, right? Thank you for being with us once again, and see you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.